You sound good.
Because I don't fucking trust any of you.
What?
Slimy bastards.
What?
What happened to my shaker?
I shower in slime.
What happened to my shaker?
Can we get a visual on Randy? Yeah, it sounds so good now. I can hear myself in real time, and I'm actually very happy with this.
Okay, but
Is this recording?
What happened to my shaker?
What shaker?
You son of a bitch! Welcome to Utterly Confused.
I didn't realize we were recording.
Yeah, we're always recording when you don't realize it.
Oh my! I'm Willard Swift.
Oh, hi.
Ma! The meatloaf!
We have to go to Kmart to get the halogen light bulbs! Barbara!
I'm Joey Prevey.
And I'm Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not doing that again.
Not on Randy.
We have a visual.
Can I fucking...
This is how ugly I actually am.
Can I speak?
Can you speak?
I can.
No, you're supposed to say, may I?
May I speak?
No.
We got a visual on our faggoty-ass friend Tom.
Faggoty ass faggot. I have nothing against faggots. Only Tom.
He's just laying in bed.
Yeah.
We're just... Don't fucking talk.
Stony baloney, bro.
Just don't talk this entire episode.
Stony baloney.
God.
Tom's like, how stoned is Tom on a scale from 1 to Wayne's World?
Well, he's shown us like 8 times today. That he's like, dude, I'm a fucking hippie, dude.
Dude, I'm a stoner, dude.
Fuck, yeah,
SpongeBob, ride the wave.
fuck.
Did that fish die in that episode? Didn't he just like go to heaven and he was like, ride the wave?
A lot of people are gonna hate me for this, aka just the 2 viewers we have.
You and me.
But I never watched SpongeBob like that.
That's the sound of me throwing up.
That's disgusting.
That's the sound of me throwing up because I am so angry at you.
Oh my goodness. I just never got into... I mean, I watched episodes. I would sit there and watch episodes on like days off from school.
Fuck this kid.
I just never got into it like that. If you put Recess on, bet your boys.
I don't remember any of the names of the characters, but I know the show.
Wow.
You mean you didn't study it? Wakanda!
We ride
At dawn! That should be the intro. It's just like really loud though, like broken speaker. Thank you for coming to my orchestra symphony. Hold on, I gotta take a drink of water. My throat's drier than
Drink your fucking water.
my humor. I was gonna say sub-Saharan Africa, but it's not dry enough.
Let's get a visual on Randy.
Can we
get
a
that?
visual on Randy? And a visual on Randy. He's not coming.
So I have nothing prepared for today, but the only thing I did think of was...
Sorry, the wind.
I already forgot.
There's wind in here, sorry.
There is wind inside my house. Stop.
Hold on, I gotta go down the
I
list.
forgot what it was. I wanted to talk about something serious too.
Yeah, actually, I actually wrote some serious topics.
Let's get into some serious topics for today's episode.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Fuck, man, stop. Can I get
a visual on Randy?
a visual on Uncle Phil? Oh, did you know? Back in the day, I don't exactly remember when this was. It was, but I know it was around the invention of like the piano. I think it was like late 18th century or something like that. Because the piano wasn't invented until. I gotta look at this up really quick.
Speaking of piano, I got a piece of paper today that has all of the piano chords on it. So I just need to get me a nice little keyboard and...
You think you're cool or something?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. The first true piano was invented almost entirely.
Swear to God.
Early 18th century. Okay, I said late, so close enough. I don't think it became popularized till the mid 18th century. But anyway, what was happening was became such a huge thing that everyone was playing them and they'd have their windows open and it's like you'd walk down the streets of like more like metropolitan areas and like sound would just be like it just like be so jarring. And they actually had to pass a law a law or something that said like you can't practice with your window open because the sound was just like it was way too much.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's weird.
That reminds me of it was somewhere, I think it was New Orleans. There was an axe murderer who he said
Segway.
He would basically he would go into homes with doors that are open and like unlocked, not open, but
obviously
just unlocked.
Like open and locked. Yeah,
and he would just hack and slash people all the time. And so he posted in the newspaper, like wrote a letter to the newspaper, and it said, on this day, for those people, the people of New Orleans, if you're not playing, if you are playing jazz music all night, and your door and like windows are open, everybody can hear it, I will not come into your house. And he was like, I think he was called like the Jazz Axe Murderer or something.
That makes sense.
But like that night, the entire city was blasting jazz from like their little record players all night till the break of dawn.
Wow, that's insane.
Nobody died
that day.
That day, but the next day, everyone thought they were safe.
No, you have to play jazz. You have to play jazz for the rest of your life. Who would you pick as your artist from like what you know?
From what I know,
if you had to listen to like it like on a loop forever for the rest of your life.
Oh, jeez, I'm not really a big jazz Jews guy.
I'm not a big jazz person either, but
I'm a great big jazz guy.
It's good for your skin. Apparently, it actually is. So one time and continue.
Here we go.
Segue.
You know the movie Whiplash?
You keep telling me to watch it. I haven't watched it. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding? I have the vinyl. You've watched it, right? Whiplash!
Whiplash!
So
that sounds better on the mic.
Whiplash! So the movie Whiplash has a great soundtrack, and I have the vinyl to it. It's literally sitting up there on my bookshelf.
Prove it.
Whiplash!
It's over there. Can we get a visual?
Can we get a visual on Randy? And it's all about like jazz percussionist.
Oh yeah.
His life.
Who's that lead actor? He's in a lot of fucking movies. Yeah. Teller. Teller. Yeah. It's not Miles Teller.
It's Miles Teller.
Miles Seller.
Miles sells.
I almost wrote. How do you spell Mile? I almost wrote Mills. Mills Seller. Miles. Oh wait, why don't you just look up the fucking movie? Jesus Christ.
Whiplash!
I almost just typed in Miles. I was like, it's gonna know. 10 Symptoms of Whiplash. That's not the one. Yeah, it is Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew that was like when you said Miles Teller, I was like, oh yeah.
Whoops.
But that movie is all about like jazz music, and I loved it, and so I'd listen to that.
It's got really good ratings.
I really don't know any specific jazz musicians.
Yeah, I don't know them that well. Like even
know people
like Charlie Parker and Louis Armstrong and like Miles Davis and stuff like that. I only know like a couple of tracks, probably by each of them.
Two of those names that you just named.
Miles Davis
and Louis Armstrong.
Charlie Parker was considered like the greatest altos jazz saxophonist.
I don't know.
They called him They called him the Bird. They called him the Bird, and I think it's a club in NYC that they made, and I think it's still there. Like it's called the Bird.
Your head like you know you son of a bitch.
Yep. I was there once.
I can't talk, but I'll shake my head.
Yep. He's mute. Sorry.
Fuck him, dude.
Dude, they have one on Gene Krupa.
Stop. Give me my fucking shaker.
Oh, Benny Goodman too. Well, anyway.
Stop fucking.
Dude, Louis Armstrong was a pothead.
Yes.
Because
that's true.
Well, and one of the reasons too is when he was big in the 30s. I think it's where he started.
Fat.
What? When he was big in the 30s, did you just call him fat?
Yeah, that was the
segue. Anyway, he was a big pothead, and it was also legal back then, though, so that probably contributed to it. But
there were
everything,
no laws on it, so it's not legal or illegal. It's just there's no laws on it.
Yeah, which is fucking Jesus Christ. Go back to that time. Well, anyway, on the radio, obviously they didn't have pre-recorded stuff by then. Everything was just live on the radio, so they would basically be like, "All right, you're live," and they would just play their music. And Louis Armstrong was notorious for just getting super baked before he would go on air, and he would just be like, "All right, I'm good," and then they'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna start recording now," and he would just fucking do his thing. So
He just fucking hit it.
probably explains why his music's so fucking good.
Yeah, man.
So
Fucking creative juices were flowing.
creative jizz.
Jizzes were flowing.
Increase your creative jizz. But yeah, that's cool. Imagine, you know how people, actually I found this out. So being with the cooks and the bar, they fucking hate karaoke night because they've heard like the same 5 people do most of the songs, and most of it's actually pretty bad when you like can't really hear the background music. You can just hear like their isolated vocals. It tends to be pretty fucking terrible. So I imagine like how bad it would be if like Christopher Walken was up there doing that. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. I forgot the words for some reason, even though I listened to that song on the weekly.
I feel bad for anybody that works at a karaoke bar.
Good, okay.
Because there's idiots that are like us. That
Worse than us.
They get trash.
It's changed. We're gonna do Don't Stop Believing. You might as well just be Patrick up there. Little.
Tequila.
Okay, so people haven't seen.
Stop talking, Tom.
Can we get a visual of Randy? For people who haven't seen this, there's a video of the guy doing the song Tequila. Dun 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 dun. It's 95% instrumental, and he's just sitting there stone faced, and it's just doing because obviously the instrumental music is like dulled down, and he just is like tequila, and then the drawing keeps going. Tequila.
Classic.
What do you want? Tequila. Henry.
I cannot stand tequila.
Dude,
I'm
fuck
sorry.
tequila. No,
I'm
don't
sorry.
be sorry.
There's so many
Don't
people
be sorry.
in my life that just fucking go crazy over tequila. I'll drink a whole bottle of Jameson.
Yeah. Well,
Straight.
here's the thing. Like, Jose Cuervo is what people
Shut the
usually...
fuck up.
Like, people our age, when they refer to tequila, usually refer to, like, Jose Cuervo, and that's just, like, cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, even... So that's, like, what? Like, $15 for a fifth? I'm not really gonna want to drink even, like, vodka that's, like, $15. Maybe whiskey. I'll drink cheap-ass whiskey. That's probably the only thing. I'll drink, like, it's, like, cheap as fuck.
Vodka. Gin.
Gin's not bad, actually.
So many people are like, whenever I tell them, I'm like, yeah, I like gin. And they're like, you're disgusting. And I was just like,
So are you. I am an alcoholic. Doesn't matter to me. You can't kill those people. I'm a murderer. Doesn't matter to me.
Thanos.
It's pronounced Thanos.
Famous.
You should have gone for the head.
I went for the head.
We got him. Batman comes in. Wrong universe.
Where are the other drugs going?
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey. Where are the drugs going?
I think we literally quoted that last episode.
I don't know if we did. We started doing it afterwards, at least.
Oh.
Those are good. Is it just Badman? Is that what they call it in College Humor?
Yeah, stop nodding like you know.
Jingly keys, fun for babies, not for Batman.
Roombas. How do they know where they're going?
Girl Scouts, they're at my door. I don't have any cash.
Baths. See, I get that. No, baths.
They're just as effective when you use 1/3 less water. Welcome to the ear-breaking episode where we break your fucking eardrums.
I love it.
Oh, guess what I saw on a headline but didn't actually read, and I think it was like some BuzzFeed bullshit.
Jesus. Oh.
Maine, according to some survey, whoever fucking knows, has the 4th sexiest accent.
I saw that too. And I was like, y'all are fucking stupid.
Dude, let's get into this. Wait. How the fuck is this sexy? Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we'll take Route 14 up to Saginaw,
Yeah.
probably chop up some timber in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't get too hot. The humidity's supposed to climb around 3 o'clock,
Oh, yeah.
so like fucking 68 degrees that fucking hits you when you're wearing your Carhartts, dude. It fucking you're sweating like fucking crazy. I'm telling you this much, but so we got some them birch trees out back there. I already got laid out, and we're gonna mark them. Well,
It's all fucking disgusting.
I know!
Like, why is that fourth?
that's not even. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there I was. Holy fuck, dude. Balls deep in this fucking pretty ass woman, dude.
Wicked
Holy
good
shit,
stuff.
dude. Fucking wild. And then
Huge.
it's tremendous. It really is.
Main
I'm the
accent just
great.
becomes Trump.
I'm the greatest at being great. I'm just great. No one's greater than me. It's fantastic. He's the kind of dude. He's the kind of dude to like eat Burger King one day, say it's the best, and then go to McDonald's next week, and he's never had McDonald's, and be like, McDonald's is far superior than Burger King. It's fantastic. It's the greatest. Nothing can beat it. And then turns around next week. I just had Wendy's, even better, fantastic, perfect, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Nothing can beat it. I'm the president. I can do what I want. Anyway.
That was gay. No, but for real though, main accent fourth sexiest in the fucking was it the world or the country? Can't be
Whatever the sources is, whatever the
Can't be
source is,
the
it's
world.
bad. Did they interview like 5 people on the street and they're like,
Probably. Stop shaking your head like you know.
this is a survey, right? They have like 10 recognizable accents, and they're interviewing people from who aren't even from Maine, don't even know what the Maine accent is, and they're like, rate these accents from most sexy to least sexy,
Yeah,
and you're like, all right, they're paying me $25 to do this.
I'm like, yeah,
Man accent, dude, for sexy.
yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Have you seen the Californians on SNL?
Yes, love it.
It's
Classic.
fucking awesome. Is it Fred Armisen that's in most of them?
Yes, Fred Armisen, Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig.
Oh, dude, she is fucking
Kenan
hilarious.
Thompson.
I love that. They had a
Bradley Cooper comes in.
Oh yeah, he's in
all
one of
the
them.
time.
I love.
Betty White, I think.
Yeah,
was
she's
in
in one of them. But like Fred Armisen's like accent's so fucking good. Like, Betty, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What, you? I'm the pool boy. What?
So I hop on the 404, right? And I came down here as fast as I could.
Story. You're supposed to take the 403 to the 509 and then ride it back to the 404. It's about 20 minutes
Then
faster.
I went down Sunset, right?
Oh, I see, Star. I see.
Yeah.
If there's anything that's sexy, it's
n-
Margot Robbie.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, or it's any it's any when you're from the United States of America and America, and here
America.
we
America.
America. Where the
I say you could talk.
Why the fuck these foreigners keep telling me I got missing syllables? It says my goddamn crunchy, goddamn it. I just said crunchy. Don't pay no mind. Don't pay no mind to what I said. My word is law.
Crunchy.
Crunchy. Anyway.
That's kind of how it's said, though.
It is. It's just
kinda-
well, actually, if you go deep
This
south,
is
it's
my
like,
crunchy.
it's got crunch. It's my crunch. It's okay.
Yeah, how about you just block the camera?
Welcome to Casting Couch. This is a long porno.
I'm down.
I didn't.
What?
Okay. Tom.
What are you? Are you just watching porn? What are you doing, dude?
He's literally watching porn.
Just make sure it's not in camera, because I don't want to see that.
He's watching porn in front of us,
No, but for
and he's
real,
not
though,
sharing. Margot Robbie.
British.
British. Yeah.
Australian.
Did I say you could?
Shut the fuck up! God damn it! God dang it, Bobby. What the hell are you It sounds like toilet water.
Can I get a visual on
Randy.
Australian?
One.
Is that's 2?
Yep.
Because I was
One.
rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
Italian,
Yes.
and whenever they speak English, French accent. Ugh.
Ooh. Well, actually, Irish and Scottish can be good too, because Karen
yeah.
Gillian.
Yeah,
I think basically for us, people who are from the United States of America, United States of America, if someone is a physically attractive, they push to another level when they have an accent.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That just,
Unless it's like
puts you on
unless
that chart puts you in this one, and that one's held to a high.
unless it's like Eastern Ukraine
Even
or
then,
something, they're
dude,
like,
I'll fuck a Russian.
I'll
dude.
make you a good
Bitch,
boris
I mean,
boris soup.
not a-
What the fuck was that accent, dude? I'm going to make you strong like bull. Drink milk. Become 8 feet tall. Kill every man in the world. Okay.
I only drink Giants milk.
Shout out to Tormund. That was fucking hilarious, dude.
Months. Got Giants milk?
That would be a pretty cool actually advertisement. Advertisement.
Advertisement.
So, which is the accent that gets you, like, makes you the weakest? Sorry, we got some wind in here for some reason.
Sorry, we're in a wind tunnel right now. I don't know.
Me either.
I honestly think it's a toss-up between British and French. Because when I went to France, and them French ladies were speaking to me in American,
Them ladies from
I
France.
was like, oh my goodness.
Damn, baby, can you show me where Napoleon's buried? They call it the Louvre.
The Louvre.
The Louvre. Chateau. Can you take me to Paris?
I'll show
the
you
Eiffel-
Chateau Thief off the south of France.
The Eiffel Tower?
Sorry.
That was the song of the French people. Written in 1889 by Jacques Cousteau.
Keep talking to me like that and I'm going to orgasm with that.
Oui, oui. I'll make your pee-pee go oui, oui.
Stop laughing.
We will sit at a nice table in the cafe and we'll order some wine and cheese. Oh, wait, why am I going German?
Now just imagine, German ladies too.
Like I said, it doesn't matter as long as they look
just
attractive.
An accent, it's just like, fuck me up, daddy. God damn.
What if they were like,
I don't like Asian accents. I'm sorry. I'm not about it because
sorry, it's a fly.
they just sound like annoying 2-year-olds.
Well, which one? There's a lot of Asian countries.
Just in
Okay,
general, man.
you have China. You have like 6,000 provinces in China.
I know a bunch of
Mongolia,
people from
Japan, Korea, Thailand.
Stop being racist, Tom. Okay, just because your head's not facing the
Thailand. You got the Philippines. You have Vietnam. Vietnam. Vietnam.
No, I'm just not a big fan. I just think the generalized Asian accent. I'm sorry if I sound racist, but I'm not trying to be. I just don't like it. I mean, I'll talk to people, but I just don't find it attractive.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Oh, GI. Sucky, long time. I know that's like a classic.
That's extremely.
Thing, but like, that's just, I don't know. That's racist.
Yeah, that's very racist. I'm sorry. Welcome to the racist podcast.
Welcome to racism.
Welcome to racism.
With Thomas. Fagboy Lentz.
To offer a little bit of.
Two boys in a bed.
To offer a little clarity, these are jokes.
No. Comedy. Get a fucking library card. Read a book.
Magic isn't real, you idiot. Read a book.
Go to the library. Find the Magic Treehouse section. Ooh. Did I say you could talk? No.
I saw.
Stop talking!
When I was cleaning one of the like elementary schools, I saw those books and I was like, fucking. It just took me back, man.
Where do you work?
School. Cocksucker baby fuckers. Wow. Sorry, we had a fly coming. Can I get a?
So I don't have my phone on me, but if you would like to pull up our messages, because I messaged you a meme. I think you already know what I'm talking about. The one that describes me.
The one the guy runs in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Spoiler alert.
Wait, this is focused on. Oh wait, yeah, you sent it on regular iMessage, right?
No, not that. Was I talking to you? No, I wasn't.
This one.
Yes.
Okay, can we show the camera? Is it gonna, or is it only focused on
I'm
us?
Put it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it up right now. Read it. Read it.
Michael Orchid,
Okay.
a heroic man, broke into his neighbor's house and rescued their dog. He later found out the house fire was actually not real, but was just a hallucination from the LSD he was consuming. Joey, comment, me if I'm not careful.
Truth. That's the meme of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Meme of the week. Woo! Eatle, eatle, eatle.
Meme of the week.
Okay, thank you for coming to the podcast.
Fucking terrible.
Stop talking!
Fucking terrible is my favorite flavor of ice cream. Imagine that's a thing. Just be like they make it so bad they know how you're gonna react, and you go, "This is fucking terrible," and you're like, "I know. That's what we called it."
We should put that on a shirt. Just a blank space. My favorite is my favorite flavor of ice cream.
That would be good. Just get permission from Mike and Steve. From Dynamic Banter Name Drop.
I forgot that was it.
Yes. Oh, Tom and I were in line at Chipotle.
Yes.
You know, the Mexican grill.
Mexicant.
First I asked him, why can't I have a white grill? But, you know. Anyway.
They're all out.
We are... Actually, no, he did make a good joke. The Starbucks was right next door, and he said, that's the white grill. And I said, no, that's white. It's called White Girl. Can I get a unicorn frappuccino that has 17 different kinds of dyes, 150 grams of sugar, and so much caffeine I'll literally drop dead?
Go to Dunkin' Donuts.
I just bought another pair of black yoga pants. I have 16 pairs. But these are my favorite this time. Yeah, I dated a white girl, trust me. Not that extreme, but...
Interesting. Name drop. You know you are.
I'm sorry.
For our audio.
For our.
He just looked
It be the keys, a little keys. Dominic the Go-Go.
What were you saying?
Antonio Margaretti.
You went
Yeah,
to
we were at Chipotle. Get the fuck off of me. Third date, Jesus, this guitar is trying to kiss me. I don't fuck off. Okay. I'm gonna kiss you.
Chipotle.
So we went to Chipotle.
Where at? So
I don't have any money.
For the invite.
You cuck.
Don't call me a cuck. Nobody calls me a cuck but my videos that demoralize.
But the people in the comments section. Okay, so we're at Chipotle, and we were like, it'd be funny if we kind of just, satirically announced they needed to hurry up. So you see those movies, and it's always like it's a rich dude, and he's acting all fucking self-entitled. And he's like, "Oh, you fucked up my coffee," like shit like that. We're in the line, and we're just like, what if we just like told them how much time we had left before we had to leave? And we're like, we have to leave in 8 minutes. And we're like looking at our watch, and everyone's like, what are they talking about? And everything is just out of context. Like they don't know why we have to leave or why we're so angry. I just know that like we need to leave in 8 minutes, and we just like continuously count. 5 minutes. We don't have time for this. That's it. I'm gonna be late. It's your fucking fault.
I always like to walk into Panda Express, and they would always be like, "Welcome," and so like I would be in line. They already welcomed me. I'd be in line, and someone would walk in. They'd be like, "Welcome," and I'd turn around and be like, "Welcome,
welcome."
And I'll be sitting down at my table eating my Chinese food, and they'll be, "Welcome," and I'll be like, "Welcome, welcome."
Hello. When I used to work at Domino's, Namdrup,
I think I have a lot of Domino's swag.
Yeah, I gave him my things because I love him.
Things that are taken out of context.
Love your contacts. Anyway, in training, they're like, you have 7 seconds to tell the person walking through the door after the bell rings to greet them and say, "Welcome to Domino's." And we're like, fuck yeah. So at first, like, they thought, like, oh, we're not going to take it seriously. But we got to the point where it was normally...
Hold on a second. Visuals cutting out. We're at 30
what the fuck were we talking about? Don't tell me the odds. Want to hear my Chris D'Elia impression?
No. Let's hear it.
So we did the, and wait, hold on, and that was it. That's what he does whenever he fucking tells a story.
He does.
He's hilarious, though.
Yeah.
I love him. Do you? Oh, I had a thing. I didn't make a list for it, though. but it said a list of possibly stupid phobias. What if I can just Google that?
What are you afraid of?
Stupid phobias. Like my number one fear is like drowning.
Really?
It's my number one like death thing. Yeah. Because like think about it this way. I mean, if it's at night, maybe it doesn't work as well. But you're swimming, and then basically what's happening is you're just slowly losing air, and it's slowly getting darker and darker and darker, and like you can basically you keep telling yourself like you keep trying to like get air, and you can't do it. There's nothing you can do. You're just like slowly fading, and it's just like cutting to black, almost like your life isn't moving. And it's just like someone is just ending it that way. It's just fucking like crazy to think about that way. You can't control it at all. Yeah.
What is dead may never die, my friend. I would say that mine is so I have chronic headaches. Like I'm always like.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
85% of the time, I have a headache, and one of my biggest fears is that I'm gonna go to the doctor because I'm just like, "Yo, doc, I got fucking headaches all the time." And they'd be like, "Tumor."
Or like some kind of like brain cancer. Yeah.
You're on your deathbed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And I tell some people that, and they're just like, "Oh, you should probably not think like that." And I'm just like, "Well, it's a fear."
Well, you can't suppress your thoughts like that. You kind of need to have those thoughts and to come into acceptance with them.
Yeah.
You can't just deny everything. It's worse to deny it. No. Actually, when I was younger, like I would say like middle school, like through high school, I'd have headaches all the time. And I found out, I'm not saying like this is gonna help you, but this is what helped me, is that like it was like a diet change.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It was
like,
a
I've
huge
looked into that,
thing
like,
for me.
Like anytime I get a headache, like when it like, I feel like it's always there.
Yeah.
But like it like pokes its head out and be like, "Yo, I'm still here."
Yeah.
And like lets me know, and I start like, "Oh my god," I'll just like chug like half a gallon of water and be like, "Will this help?" Or I'll drink Gatorade. I'll be like, "Will this help?"
Yeah. But I mean, like if you can like try to.
Are you calling me fat?
A little bit. I'm fat and
I'm sorry.
I am fat.
Fear of headaches,
I am
and
fat
you're
and
calling me
hard.
fat
I
right now.
am fat and hard.
Oh
my
just
God.
telling you about my
Oh my
life,
God.
and you're calling me fat.
Oh my God. I actually have a good like topic on that for a second, but I want to like I'll segue into it in a second. But what I want to tell you is that like if a diet might help you,
I'll look into
and
it.
yeah,
I'll look into, like,
and I
not
don't.
changing it, but
I've
changing it.
I've stopped like trying to push my advice on people because I know it can be kind of annoying and actually makes me more upset almost. Because it feels like people are ignoring me, but so I try to do it just every once in a while.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, there's no need to make it complicated, and the easiest way to like incorporate a better diet is to just slowly take things out and add things in, as opposed to like trying to make drastic changes because it's really hard. So like for example, if I want to cut sugar out and I was having a big problem with like eating cookies all the time, I wouldn't just be like, okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna have anything, and it would be like the urge to have it would be like even worse. So I'd just like be like, oh, say I had like 60 grams of sugar one day, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna have 40 this day, 20 this day, and then eventually I can just like cut it out for a while at least, and I think it's a good thing to do. Anyway, the whole fat thing. Have you seen these videos about? It's supposed to be about body positivity, and I have no problem with that kind of thing. And normally, what it was like Meghan Trainor started making kind of a bigger thing about like she's a little curvy or whatever. She's not like super overweight or anything, but she's like
she married the younger brother of the Spy Kids.
Juno. Oh yeah, we talked about that. I can't remember what the fuck the guy's name is. I'll look this up. But anyway, he so she was like kind of spreading body positivity. Was like all about that base. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And she's a little like curvier, but she's not like super overweight and everything. But what I've been seeing on all these Snapchat stories and social media is like these girls are like obese, like 200 pounds overweight, and it's like you should not. Sorry,
like health bad. Like there's no health benefits to it. Like it's bad. Like for your health. Like this. Like the fat and the intake, it literally could kill you. And they're like, I'm beautiful, and I'm like, I get that. You're confident in who you are and what you got. Yeah, but you have you genuinely have health problems. But you need to like cut down just a little bit because it's getting bad. Or get to like a healthier weight where you're not at extreme risk for like cardiovascular disease and cancers and stuff like that. Yeah, and I mean, I would be considered overweight. Yeah, but
But this is like this
is
is
ridiculous,
yeah.
dude. And it's like I feel bad that people. It's all about somebody's mindset.
Yeah.
It's all about how they think and what they're doing. Because like those people, I'm not saying that they're like crazy, but like they have it in their head that it is okay.
Yeah.
And that everything, that there is no bad health problems to it.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that like that kind of seems like I'm pushing.
No.
I'm pushing beliefs, or like I'm being like forceful about it, but like I'm not trying to be. Like,
yeah.
People need to know like that there are like that you should be confident in who you are and what you got.
Yeah.
But you got to be smart about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're just like 200 pounds over, like if you're extremely obese, it's like you shouldn't exactly be positive about it. You can
I'm 45 pounds overweight.
Yeah, and you don't even look that bad.
Thanks.
Nothing. You're welcome. Well, here's the thing though too. BMI doesn't count for body fat percentage, and like what's considered an actual healthy weight is your muscle to your body fat.
Yeah.
You should be like within a certain range. I don't know exactly what it is, but if I'm like, if a really short person was really muscly, because muscle weighs more than fat. If a really short person was like all muscle and they had like an 8% body fat, which is very, very low, like bodybuilder level low, they might be considered overweight, just because muscle weighs more than fat, and that there's like 5'2", they're 5'2" or whatever. They could be, oh yeah, you're overweight, but they could be all muscle.
Yeah.
So the BMI doesn't account for body fat percentage.
I mean, I've definitely seen that. Like, so when I was in the Navy, we had, we would do weigh-ins and then physical tests, twice a year, and there was dudes that are legit bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Like huge guys, like huge.
Yeah, powerlift and all this stuff.
They were overweight and they had to get taped, and then they would have to go on, we called it FEP, which is just like extra workout stuff because you're overweight.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, they're like powerlifters. They're like working out. Yeah. But it's just because of the system. It's
disproportionate. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, if you ever go to the doctor and they're saying that, it's like look at your muscle rate, muscle to fat ratio. I don't understand it, to be honest, but that's like how it. I think that's an outdated system, and they still use it. But just something to be aware of, I guess. But yeah, that social media, like people like watching that on social media, people like our age who weren't really exposed, like social media didn't really become a thing until like Facebook really, and that didn't come out till what we were like probably early teens, I'd say, right? That wasn't a thing. I think Facebook came out in 2005, I think. So
my first Facebook photo is from 2007.
Okay. Yeah. So that was pretty close. But even then, we weren't being exposed to all these. I don't know. All this political hatred and bigotry and like all these like subliminal messages, and it wasn't the politics were sort of shoved aside almost. It was kind of just about like being what it was meant to be, like making friends, and people would like post things, and you could be like, oh, this is where I am, or who wants to meet up here, and people would like actually do that. People were more active that way, and it was a really good means of like instant communication.
Now it's like there's always a gimmick behind.
Yeah. Now my problem is I feel like there's a political agenda behind everything on Facebook.
I hate politics.
Yeah, so I understand why you stay off of it. There's a political agenda behind that, and for me with Instagram, I don't have Instagram because the whole FOMO thing, which people who don't know that's a new thing. They've done studies on this and stuff. It's fear of missing out. It's an acronym, and basically what happens is these kids, and there's greater susceptibility for kids, like the younger. I don't know what the generation before us or after us is. Gen Z or something. Gen Z, yeah. They are greater susceptibility for mental health problems, but we also are at susceptible rates, but like theirs is higher because they're in that, they're just like born into that digital age. Yeah. Well, anyway, what's happening is Instagram is all about appeal and how perfect can this photo look, but a big thing is too, like people do a lot of traveling, like you have these like Instagram models who get paid to like just go to all these coastal countries and everything, and just wear bikinis, and they look
take a
hot as
picture.
hell, and they get paid for people to follow them and like their photos.
Excuse me, can we keep
And
it down? a
Tom,
little?
shut up.
Can you stop making noise, please? We're talking about Instagram models.
Stop
Okay?
smoking marijuana.
He's not smoking marijuana.
The electric lettuce. Anyway,
He's smoking oregano.
oregano. Fucking, I'm an Italian.
But these Instagram models, yeah, they literally, like, I saw the other day, like, I follow a couple people, they just post a lot of funny shit.
Yeah.
Like, videos on
Yep.
YouTube, and then I follow their Instagram account
Yeah.
because they got funny shit on there. And it literally was, like, paid by Smirnoff Vodka.
Yeah, sponsored
And
or
it's-
whatever, yeah.
Sponsored by, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see that shit.
No.
But I'm like, but then I think to myself, I'm just like, well, half of these guys, they're having the self-respect to actually post it.
Yeah.
And say,
Yeah.
this is actually, we're getting sponsored. I'm getting paid for this. But in reality, they're getting paid for half of their stuff.
Yeah.
That's not saying that.
Yeah. My thing with that, I mean, it's good that you still have those, like, because that feels like almost a way to, like, kind of get out of this model thing, which has become becomes very centric on that. What's happened to me is I would follow a lot of these accounts, or like these hot girls, whatever, and it would just kind of make me feel like just shit, like looking at this stuff all day is like just like poison, just looking at this stuff all day. And what would happen is I'd be like, okay, well, this is making me upset. I should just like unfollow his accounts, and follow more stuff like you were talking about, all this comedy stuff. But then like I would go on it, and I'd end up back on that train. And that's why you and I are having this conversation. You're like, well, I used to follow artists, and put my art on there, and shout out to Joey for doing art, and still alive, and other pages like that spread like positivity, but I would just keep going back on the stuff that's all this toxic stuff. And even being in school and looking at all these, like, I mean, sorry, but a lot of these, like, sorority girls, like, these, like, whatever you want to call it, kind of bit. Okay, that's another thing. I'll get to that in a second. Basic bitch stuff. I would just be like, who the fuck cares? Yeah. And then I'm thinking, wait, I do, because I'm on here.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
following you,
yeah, and
looking at
yeah,
your shit,
people, like,
it.
You're getting gratification from people who you don't even give a shit about. Why the fuck is that? Why do people like that so much? Why do we live in this age? But here's
That's why I got rid of Facebook for like almost half a year. I just didn't go on it. Like, I got rid of the app.
It's
I just
good for you.
recently got it back on my phone just because there's people I'm trying to connect with.
Yep.
And like, oh, here's a picture that I want to show you from 2007 because I'm reconnecting with you right now. Yeah. And so like now I have it, and I'm thinking about just getting rid of it again.
I don't blame you.
And it's only been a couple months.
I don't blame you. It's just to put a massive political agenda, and it's all just, it's crazy. So the Finsta thing. So what people call it, okay, now like Rinsta. So it's Rinsta and Finsta, right? If you have a Finsta, you have to refer to your other thing as a Rinsta. Rinsta, real Instagram, like you post like your real stuff. One of the things that sorority girls aren't allowed to do when they're pledging is they can't post pictures of them with alcohol if they're underage. So what they do is they use these Finstagrams to post of them doing other stupid shit. Yeah. That they can actually do that. That's not just for them, but it's like that's what I was exposed to. That's what I know. So Finstagram or fake Instagram. Why, like
our friend, mutual friend Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
she has a Finsta.
She has one, which honestly, like, she's funny, and I like watching her stuff.
Yeah, but she's also a sorority.
Shout out.
Shout out to Charles.
This is comedy. We're not trying to offend anybody. Anyway, this is my opinion on it, though. This is my opinion. You are posting on your Rinsta. You're posting what you're doing on your Rinsta all the time. Here's where I am. Here's what I'm doing. Look how beautiful I am. Look how much fun I'm having. Yeah. And then you have to be so narcissistic that you have to have a separate page to keep people updated on what you're also doing, they missed out on. Like, if you're posting stuff if you're posting stuff once every couple of days, why the fuck do I need to see what you're doing behind the scenes? Yeah. Why do I need to know your entire life? I don't care. Yeah. And that's just my opinion on it. And I feel like it's very, very egocentric to like have that kind of thing, in my opinion. If you're posting like the same shit on your Finsta, I just think I don't like the whole system.
I only keep, like just as you said, like I only keep Instagram because like I post my artwork. I see a lot of nerdy memes on there. Yeah. Star Wars, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, huh?
Game of Thrones.
So I had to miss the fucking finale tonight. I'm gonna cry.
'cause you gotta go to a stupid work meeting. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, work.
I was gonna blame Ryan, but
He doesn't listen to this.
I know. I still love him though.
Yeah, me too. Anyway. Yeah, and dude, the same thing goes. So the whole FOMO thing can lead to mental health or create susceptibility to mental health problems. And one of the professors at UMaine that I was with, she was doing research on that and everything. It's a real thing. I think, just I don't know, like I don't know what's gonna happen with kids, dude. Like what's the digital age gonna be like?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like when we grew up, like I didn't get a real phone, like a real cell phone, until I got out of boot camp. And I was with my parents going to Buffalo Wild Wings. We stopped at the Next, and they had a Verizon store.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yo, let me get that new iPhone, because I got money in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't think I had an iPhone until I was a junior in high school, so a little earlier than you did. But
I always had track phones.
Yeah, dude, track phones are the shit.
Yeah, dude, I found
so cheap too.
Literally, like 2 weeks ago, like the old Razor looking one.
The ones that pop. The ones that pop up.
Like
yeah.
It's a flip phone.
Yeah.
And it was like the old Motorola Razor first thing.
Yeah.
I showed Tom that, and like we were just fucking like
reminiscing. Yeah, man. That's crazy.
That was the shit. I had like 5 of those because they just break.
No, it's fucking crazy.
And they're track phones.
You could never tell the track phone. No, it's the same thing too. With like online dating now, it's also just.
Yeah. I hate it.
It's so volatile.
I fucking hate it. Even though I know I have Tinder.
Yeah. Let's talk about Tinder.
I'm trying hard to I guess socially date.
Yeah.
Like I want to get into that scene to where I can be like, hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah. My name's Joey. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like,
it doesn't work personally
like,
for me.
Let me sit on my phone and text you.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather fucking meet somebody somewhere and be like, yo, what's up? This is me.
You know what's funny? You can go in the mentality that like you'd rather meet somebody and still use Tinder just to pass time, and then you could eventually get to a point where you're like, well, I like this ease of access. I don't want to necessarily put myself out there. I think what we should start doing too as a group, just us personally, is like we should go out more.
We're done.
Fuck me in the ass. I think we like us personally should just try to start going out more physically and just trying to talk to people. As much as that fucking terrifies me talking to girls, dude. Awkward people. Hey, I like your. Oh God. You like trains? Do you remember that scene?
I got a model train set in my room that goes right around the edge of the ceiling.
It's the 30-foot one. It reminds me of like that scene from B movie when like he's trying to figure out what he's trying to say to the human, and like she doesn't know that she can understand him, and he just like he goes into like the Bumblebee tuna can, he like leans up against it, and he's like, "You like jazz?" It's like, yes, that's how you talk to girls. But anyway, hello.
Can I help you?
Come in.
Does anybody have their windows down?
No.
No, we do not. Oh, I don't know. I think I do, but I'm leaving in like 5 minutes.
Well, it's raining out.
That's all right.
Well, that's a good place to stop.
Oh, okay.
Screw your time.
I wanted to get into this for a second, please. How much time we have?
We're past our normal time.
There's nothing normal about time, Joey. There is nothing normal. This is thoroughly My name's
Willard Swift.
My name's. Wait a second. You can't do that.
I'm from the Midwest. I came here as a child.
I came here as a child.
All right.
Joey Prevey. That's Joey. I'm with stuff. That's Joey Prevey. Or like if you take a listen to the podcast. Have a nice day.